Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now today's video that I've got for you guys is going to be a bit more of a laid back video. We're actually going to be taking a look at a couple of viewer donations that have come in recently from some of you very generous viewers out there. And for those of you who have sent something to me in the past, I want to give a huge thank you because your donations definitely help keep this channel running by giving me, something to make videos about. So what I've got is actually two separate sets of items that were sent to me by two different viewers, and we're gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. What we've got here, as you can probably tell, is a set of computer parts. I actually had a viewer reach out to me, and he had seen one of my many 98 PC videos that I've done. And you guys know, if you're subscribed to this channel, I've done a lot of videos on the Gateway 98 PC, the $5 Windows 98 PC, and I've already done a couple of hardware upgrades to it. I've upgraded the CPU, I've upgraded the memory in it, but I mentioned in one video that one of the things, well, there's actually a couple things that I still would like to do to that computer. One of them is I want to get a dedicated video card because it's running off of integrated graphics. It doesn't actually have like a dedicated card. I'd also like to get a sound card for it and kind of get like a period specific set of speakers, which would look, I just think it would make the setup look pretty cool. So this viewer actually offered to send me a couple of parts, and we're going to get started with the motherboard first, which is on the bottom here. So this motherboard he pulled out of a Gateway performance computer. I'm going to go ahead and take it out here and set it down for you. And this has a 733 megahertz Intel Pentium 3. I don't know if it's the exact same processor that's in the 98 PC right now, but the 98 PC right now has a 733 megahertz Pentium 3 in it that was sent to me by another viewer. The only problem is though, because the motherboard is a little bit older, it's actually not able to run the CPU at its full 733 megahertz clock speed. It actually is running at 600 megahertz. When I actually got it in the mail, I found out that, well, this is actually an ATX board, and the 98 PC uses a micro ATX board. So unfortunately, this does not fit in the 98 PC, so that's why I never made a video on this earlier. I was intending on basically making a one video where I upgraded the motherboard and the graphics card and put the sound card in that he also sent me, which I'll get into in a moment as well. So yeah, this board just does not fit in the computer, so I offered to send it back to him, and he actually told me to keep it. So thank you so much for that once again. And as you guys know, we do a lot of vintage related tech stuff on this channel, so there's a good possibility that this board will end up in a future video. The other items that he sent me are three expansion cards. The first one here is a Sound Blaster sound card. We also have a 3Com network card and an NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX video card. So here's a close-up view of the card. Like I said, it's an NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX, but you can see that it is an AGP card as opposed to a PCI card. So that means that we're not going to be able to put this in the 98 PC because the 98 PC does not have any AGP slots. I mean, the motherboard that's in it right now only has 4 PCI slots, 2 of which are taken up. So yes, unfortunately, it will not fit in the 98 PC as it stands right now, but he just told me to keep it. I did offer to send it back to him once again, and he was nice enough to allow me to keep this as well. So this could very well show up in a future video. And the network card, as I said, is a 3Com network card. I mean, I might do a video of installing this, but you guys know I was actually able to install a wireless card in the 98 PC, but I still appreciate this donation. It was definitely very, very nice. And the last one here is the Sound Blaster Live card, and this, fortunately, is a PCI card. This will fit in the 98 PC, so what I'm thinking of doing is essentially waiting until I get a couple of different parts to install, because obviously installing a sound card with no speakers isn't really going to be much of an interesting video. I mean, it might be to like some of you guys, but I would like to get a set of speakers for this. And I was previously looking for speakers at local thrift stores and things like that. Obviously, because of current events, going to a thrift store to look for computer parts is not an essential trip. So I've basically stopped doing that at the moment. But once I actually find like a nice set of speakers and a video card that'll kind of work in this computer, and maybe a few other like upgrades that I can do to it. I'll do one like big video where we kind of do multiple upgrades in one video, which I think would be pretty cool. So yes, again, thank you so much. This is definitely going to come in handy, and hopefully all the other stuff that he sent will come in handy for future videos. So thanks again. Now, this next donation actually came from a viewer named Frank, and he actually saw one of my videos. It was actually the Windows 1.0 to Windows 7 upgrade video on the 98 PC, and I had mentioned in that video that I was running low on floppy diskettes, which is definitely something you don't hear in the year 2020 very often, if at all. And he saw that video and he said, hey, I've got a couple of floppy diskettes along with some other stuff. Would you like me to send it to you? And I said, sure, that'd be great. And like I said, this package arrived a while ago. I've already opened it, but you can see that, yeah, there are a couple of boxes of floppy diskettes here, but we also have a couple of other things, one of which is this booklet for Windows 95. This is a instruction manual for Windows 95 with the certificate of authenticity on the front. And there's also a product identification card on the inside, which would actually go with the CD. This is an OEM copy. As you can see, it says for distribution with a new PC only. So that was pretty cool. And he does have the disc in here as well. There's also this note that he sent, which just basically says, Dear Michael, here are the 3.5-inch floppy diskettes along with a CD-ROM copy of Windows 95 with the manual. And he just says that thank you so much for accepting these gifts. He's been watching the channel for 4 years now, and they're awesome, especially during the pandemic. Please keep up the good work. So yeah, thank you so much, Frank. Again, you did not have to do this, and I really, really appreciate it. So this right here is the CD for Windows 95. This is actually the copy with USB support. I don't have one of these, which is pretty cool. And yeah, once again, on the back, it says for distribution only with the new PC. He also included, along with the floppy diskettes, this is a USB external floppy disk drive, which is definitely very awesome. You can see it's actually in this nice see-through plastic here. The model number, it's a TDK drive, model number FDD100, I assume, you know, floppy disk drive -100. Yeah, pretty awesome. So this is definitely going to come in handy, you know, for the floppy diskettes. And we have the 3 boxes of floppy diskettes themselves. We have one that is a box of 3M high-density diskettes, and then we have these other ones here. This one here is actually a brand new box. The shrink wrap is a little bit torn, as you can see, but it's still around the entire box. It's actually still sealed. This next one here, it's the same brand as the box that is sealed here. There's no shrink wrap on the box, but the diskettes appear to be new because they actually do have a little protective sleeve around them. And then we have this box of 3M diskettes. We'll go ahead and open it up here. Oh, this is the one that's actually going to slide up like this. And we'll go ahead and pull these out. And so they're actually 2 different sets here. We've got 3 of the 3M diskettes, and then we have another set of the same brand that was in this box. So he also included the set of labels here, which is actually still sealed. But yeah, these are the actual, you know, stickers that you would put on the floppy disks themselves, and then write on the label whatever it was. So yeah, those are the recent donations that I got. I want to give a huge thank you to Frank and the other viewer who actually requested to remain anonymous. Definitely very, very awesome of you guys to do that. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure that, you know, you guys out there, the viewers, will appreciate this as well when you guys actually see this stuff in future content that I make. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more like this, definitely be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to get subscribed down below and turn on those channel notifications if you haven't already to get notified whenever I upload a new video, which I do every single week on this channel, multiple times a week actually. And as always guys, I just want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.